It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Tuesday, September 6th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather looking pretty dry for a while. Afternoon's hot, nights not too bad, and the tropics are relatively active. There's the upper look. We have an upper high sitting basically right on top of us. That's the look at 500 millibars. That's going to keep us dry with a sinking air motion and dry air. Closest rain down in extreme southwest Alabama. Got a few showers in Mobile County. That was the radar at 234. But even there, much of the Gulf Coast is dry. Temperatures are in the low 90s in most spots. Huntsville, Gadsden 93, Anniston 92, Birmingham and Tuscaloosa 90. But the dew points are low, and that's going to make that heat feel a bit more comfortable as you walk outside and keep the nights fairly pleasant. By the way, Birmingham this morning dropped under 70 for the first time since July 1st. That's a record string there. Around the nation, nice and cool back in the northwest. Highs there only in the 50s and 60s. But the east is fairly hot with 80s and 90s. On the watch warning map, some flash flood watches for parts of the southwest with moisture from a Pacific hurricane coming up that way. Parts of New Mexico and Arizona, West Texas. Flash flood watches up north, parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. And frost advisories for parts of Nevada. That's always exciting this time of the year to see those blue shades showing up. On the convective outlook, we've got the standard risk of severe weather today from near Lincoln, Nebraska, up to the UP of Michigan. Tomorrow, 3 marginal risks well to the north. And on day 3, which is Thursday, no organized severe weather expected. Notice no green here. That means we should be dry. Rain for the next 5 days. How about nothing? This is the projected rain through Sunday morning. Bigger numbers up north and also out west with the moisture coming in from the Pacific system, Newton. It's coming up through Baja, California. On the Atlantic side, we've got a little wave that's in the Caribbean that is not expected to develop at all. A new wave coming off the coast of Africa that might get its act together in Hermine. This is the 5-day outlook. And again, the wave in the Caribbean, it's fighting dry air shear, and these guys are just riding it off. Not going to happen. But the wave off the coast of Africa could try and form in the crosshatched area there in 3 to 5 days. And again, whether it recurves, tries to make a run at the Caribbean or the United States, nobody knows at this point. We got to get this thing organized first. Just something to watch. And Hermine doing the loop-de-loop off the upper Atlantic coast. That will finally start to fizzle out late this week and then move out to sea by the weekend. All right, model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars, ridging here. Nice cool trough way up north. And again, mostly sunny weather. We start the day in the 60s, the high in the low to mid-90s. I'd say anywhere from 91 to 94. Same thing Thursday, mostly sunny with a hot afternoon. And the same thing Friday. Mostly sunny with the GFS showing a high of 92. No rain for high school football this week for the games Thursday and Friday night. What about the weekend? Both Alabama and Auburn are at home, and rain should not be a problem. We're expecting afternoon highs at or just over 90. It was a pretty toasty day in Tuscaloosa. They kick off at 2:30. Auburn's got an evening game, and it will be much more comfortable once the sun goes down. We noticed that cold front north and west of the state Saturday from near about St. Louis down to Lubbock. And Sunday, the front drifts in here, but no upper support, no moisture. I don't even know if we need to mention a slight chance of a shower with that thing nearby. And then Monday, a little surge of drier air drops in from the north. That might put us Monday morning in a position where we might see some 50s in a few cooler spots. That'll feel pretty good, and the high Monday will be in the upper 80s. And then a week from today, still got ridging here. Nothing to suggest any big trough to deliver Canadian air. But again, the mornings should feel pretty good with upper 50s and low 60s, and the high would be in the upper 80s. And again, widespread rain, no. We could use it, but not happening with that look. This is the end of the forecast period, Friday of next week, September 16th. And again, we've got ridging, flat ridge around here, and looks pretty much the same. Dry with highs in the 80s, if that's right. Numbers coming off the European. Highs up in the 90s for the next several days. Next week, highs dropping back in the 80s and lows back in the 60s. But if you're looking for those highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s, you'll probably have to wait until late this month. That's it for the Weather Extreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Can catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.